They say I say assignment number 3. So the writer basically addresses some common criticism about higher education. You know who those that say college should focus more on getting students ready for jobs and teaching practical skills rather than just developing critical thinking. Those ones. A lot of people feel that in our super competitive job market, school should be all about making sure students can jump straight into the workforce. This is a big talking point among education experts and reformers who think of higher education mainly to just boost the economy. They push for more vocational training and job-specific skills. But the writer gets down to the basic with his opinion, recognizing that they're gaining a lot of traction, especially in academic and political circles where there is a big push to make sure college grads are ready for jobs. The writer here studied against the idea of the education should just be about getting job skills. They're actually pushing for a well-rounded approach where things like critical thinking and intellectual growth are the main focus at least. He relies on the ideas of some pretty impactful thinkers like John Dewey. I don't know if you guys know who he is, but he has an idea that the education should be used to build up democratic engagement and social responsibility. Dewey basically established the preparation for the writer's belief that education shouldn't just be about getting students ready for jobs, it should also give them critical thinking skills they need to really participate in society in a meaningful way. According to the writer, this focus on job preparation is a pretty big shift that actually misses the point of which education should really be about. So they're just saying, let's not just train them for jobs, let's educate them for life. The writer criticizes also the neoliberal education reforms focusing on free market privatization and less on governmental control. Neoliberalism ideas, they just want a more critical and social aware approach to teaching, treating education as a commodity rather than a universal accessible resource. So after taking a closer look at what the writers are saying in chapter 15 of They Say I Say article, I come to realize that my original idea maybe was too narrow. I was focused on the war between job training and critical thinking in education. That don't get me wrong, that's a big idea of it, but it didn't quite capture the full picture of what the writer's argument. The writer thesis focuses on education's role in shaping responsible democratic citizens and resisting the temptation to turn learning into a commodity. It emphasizes the importance of education in shaping our involvement in society and our sense of duty to others. This perspective strengthens the original thesis by incorporating critical thinking into the broader context of democracy and social duty. The writer argues that education should be valued as a public good, not just a personal achievement. They argue that the higher education should be about intellectual growth and social involvement rather than just a job preparation or job skill preparation, whatever you want to call. To make this point, they draw on ideas from people like John Dewey, like I mentioned before, and criticize the trend of turning education into a commodity, especially with all these online courses that are just about job skills. The writer's argument is pretty complex and persuasive, pushing back against the idea that education should be all about money and job market. This is more or less the conclusion. And if we try to change the main point, it's clear that the writer isn't just calling to return to the old school critical thinking. They're also trying to tell us to rethink what higher education is really about, its purpose and its role in society. And that's all about the Say I Say assignment 3.